Sigma women often carry a distorted self-image stemming from their childhood encounters, where echoes of shame and disgust haunt them from their teenage years. They often wear masks to conceal their true selves, burdened by the weight of maintaining appearances. This creates a sensation akin to navigating life in ill-fitting armor, cumbersome and exhausting. The journey to adulthood for a Sigma woman is typically strewn with hardships, with challenges as constant companions. Even upon reaching adulthood, the struggles persist, each battle seamlessly blending into the next. The haunting question that frequently plagues Sigma women revolves around their perceived differences. They tirelessly seek to comprehend why certain experiences impact them uniquely and why their viewpoints often diverge from the majority. This sense of dissonance sometimes leads them to believe they are inherently flawed. While others may contemplate surrender, the genesis of this experience can be traced back to childhood. Today, many Sigma women stand upon this foundational ground, shaped by their past experiences. In this discourse, we delve into 6 prevalent battle scars that mark the journey of a wounded Sigma woman. It's imperative to acknowledge that these scars harbor the potential for profound strength. Let's embark on this exploration of the Sigma woman's captivating world together. 1. Forced identity shift in early years. As a young Sigma girl, your unique personality is burgeoning, yet society often demands conformity to predefined molds. Parents and teachers may exert pressure to reshape your identity, compelling you to forsake your authentic self during crucial developmental stages. The incessant push to embrace extroversion can leave you feeling as though your favorite melody has been remixed into a generic pop tune. This pressure may even lead to a misdiagnosis of ADHD, inundating you with the notion that perpetual cheer and sociability are the sole paths to happiness, while your penchant for solitary exploration and inquisitive nature is deemed abnormal. Raising a Sigma child presents a distinctive challenge. They are independent thinkers forging their own paths, constantly probing and unraveling truths others may seek to shield. While academic achievement holds significance, comprehending the intricacies of their complex minds can be daunting for many parents, who may interpret the Sigma's unwavering quest for understanding as mere stubbornness. It's a timeless Stoic dilemma, reconciling one's inner world with external expectations. 2. Growing up confused and feeling like an outcast. Picture a young tree struggling to thrive in the shadow of a towering oak, its leaves deprived of sunlight, its growth stunted and direction uncertain. This analogy encapsulates the experience of many Sigma girls during their formative years. They don't necessarily perceive themselves as irreparably damaged, but rather exist in a perpetual state of bewilderment. The watchful gaze of controlling parents instills in them a sense of being perpetual outsiders, compelling them to suppress their true identities. The fear of drawing attention, being labeled as difficult, or worse, keeps them tethered. They inhabit a world governed by rigid norms and regulations, where their innate curiosity is often viewed as disruptive to the status quo. Their bold opinions are met with skepticism and whispers, further alienating them from their peers. As young and intellectually gifted Sigma girls, they grapple with the challenges of adaptability. While their intelligence enables them to navigate these obstacles, it also fosters a profound sense of isolation. Those closest to them frequently misinterpret their intentions, oblivious to their internal struggles. Early on, they learn that voicing their concerns only invites further trouble, compelling them to internalize their turmoil. This leaves them with a plethora of unanswered questions swirling in their minds, fostering a pervasive sense of solitude. Yet amidst this isolation, they discover solace in solitude, finding refuge in their own contemplations. This response mirrors the Stoic philosophy, finding tranquility amidst external chaos. 3. Being misunderstood and vulnerable to labeling. Sigma girls learn a harsh lesson early on. Straying from the norm often invites unfavorable consequences. Daring to embrace their individuality and follow their instincts frequently results in hurtful labels and derogatory remarks, serving as constant reminders that they don't quite fit societal molds. This vulnerability makes them susceptible to ostracization and ridicule, creating a tumultuous emotional landscape. Many Sigma girls, in an attempt to belong, adopt a facade of sweetness and agreeability tailored to appease others. Internalizing the repercussions of defying authority, they become astute observers, meticulously dissecting what garners approval, thus fostering their tendencies toward people-pleasing. This survival tactic serves as a means of navigating a world seemingly averse to their authentic selves. However, as they mature, a simmering resentment begins to surface. The realization that they will never be fully understood by those who misconstrue them fuels a rebellious spirit. Breaking free from the cycle of people-pleasing and stifling expectations becomes an arduous journey. Not every Sigma woman escapes this cycle. Some succumb to the pressure to conform, while others, apprehensive of the unknown beyond their self-imposed personas, resign themselves to lives devoid of fulfillment. True liberation begins with self-awareness, the recognition that they've been living lives dictated by external expectations. This marks the commencement of a journey towards self-understanding and the reclamation of their authentic selves. 4. Losing sight of self-identity. Many Sigma women find themselves staring into a distorted mirror, unable to recognize the reflection staring back at them. The relentless pressure to conform and the societal labels imposed upon them cause them to drift away from their authentic selves. This leaves them adrift, questioning their very identity and struggling with a diminished sense of self-worth. Their only lifeline often lies in their innate ability to detect deception, yet they find themselves playing roles in the narratives of others, their true potential and independent minds obscured and overlooked. This dissonance often leads Sigma women to believe they are inherently flawed or cursed with a faulty internal compass. Some succumb to despair, while others adopt a strategy of people-pleasing, seeking validation from external sources. Some may resign themselves to lives devoid of fulfillment. However, it's crucial to remember the Stoic principle of focusing on what can be controlled. Actively seeking knowledge and understanding to reclaim their authentic selves marks the initial step toward embracing the powerful and unique individuals they were destined to be. 5. Raised in an abusive or overprotective environment. Imagine a garden overrun by thorny vines, where beauty struggles to flourish. This metaphor encapsulates the harrowing experience of Sigma women raised in abusive or overprotective households. An abusive parent, consumed by narcissism, may perceive their Sigma child as a threat rather than a blossoming flower. The Sigma child's independent spirit, characterized as stubborn and daring, might be met with suspicion and hostility. As they mature, their inclination to follow their instincts and explore unconventional ideas may clash with the rigid expectations imposed by their parents. Despite the potential brilliance of their unconventional ideas, they risk being labeled as odd or eccentric. Overprotective parents, akin to suffocating hedges, mean well but inadvertently hinder growth. They struggle to accept their Sigma daughter's burgeoning independence, clinging to the illusion that she still requires constant protection. Yet these parents often underestimate the resilience of Sigma women, failing to recognize the strength lying beneath their surface, enabling them to gracefully navigate these challenging dynamics. Though their responses may appear prickly, the insults and attempts at domination by abusive parents pale in comparison to the deep-rooted power of the Sigma spirit. 6. Internalizing emotional turmoil. Visualize a woman embracing her identity as a Sigma personality type, burdened by a weighty accumulation of negative emotions amassed over years of disappointment, frustration, and societal ostracization. These emotions fester within her, corroding her from within like seeds sown in soil. Sigma women often internalize their pain, harboring a fear that no one will truly comprehend their struggles. Even attempts at self-expression are clouded by the anticipation of judgment and misunderstanding from others. This silence and emotional reserve may lead others to perceive them as aloof or excessively composed. Yet, behind this facade lies a tempest of suppressed emotions, fostering feelings of resentment and an unwillingness to forgive. Every Sigma woman bears the scars of formative experiences that have shaped their persona. However, there is hope in the understanding that even profound wounds can heal, akin to nurturing a withered flower back to life. No individual should be compelled to forsake their authentic selves or penalized for embracing their truth. Feeling like an outsider or a misfit puzzle piece lies at the core of the Sigma disposition, often perplexing well-meaning parents. Despite their good intentions, efforts to aid Sigma women, whether through arranged dates or enforced socialization, may exacerbate the burden of emotional turmoil they already carry. A mother's concern for her daughter's happiness or a father's apprehension regarding her loneliness may stem from a place of love, yet inadvertently contribute to stifling her growth. Healing for a Sigma woman entails a protracted journey of self-discipline and a willingness to confront long-suppressed emotions. While consuming content like videos can serve as an initial step, genuine transformation necessitates action, the application of acquired knowledge, and a commitment to self-discovery. If you've journeyed this far, I invite you to share your reflections in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more insightful content. Until next time.